doesn't mean I gotta hate every white man. Just means I gotta be spiritual discernment through who I deal with.
Got a precept. It's like a precept. Yeah. Hey, brother. So you Muslim, right? You heard of the children of Israel?
Yes, sir.
You consider yourself a children of Israel?
No.
Show you off,
No,
sister.
sir. Because I'm not within the tribe.
Not within the tribe. So what's your nationality?
I'm black, mixed with Arab.
What's your father?
My father is Arab.
His father.
My mother's from Turkey.
Can I
Ishmael.
build with the brother?
Wait, your mother's
Don't
from
worry
Turkey.
about
Let me
Don't
bring
worry
up my
about it.
precept,
Your
man.
mother would be
But you can't trace your lineage.
It's about to be your father.
Right. He know.
No, I'm saying like, so wouldn't your mother be like Aramaic as well? Arab? Because she's from Turkey.
Let me bring out my precept.
I know Ethiopians in that area.
Yeah,
as well.
every land has a certain heritage.
So who you follow? Muhammad or who you follow? Elijah Muhammad?
No.
Who you follow?
I follow Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and I follow Prophet Muhammad, Prophet Isa, Prophet Musa, any prophet that was sent by Allah.
Well,
So I'm going to
you
bring
know,
out my precept because the children of Israel are the real prophets according to your book. Indeed, we gave the children of Israel the scripture. Hold on, this is
Go ahead, bring it up.
Nailing
all them
45:16.
precepts done fell out.
Indeed, we gave the children of Israel the scripture, wisdom, and prophethood, granted them good, lawful provision, and favored them above the others.
Yeah, so we're
So
prophets.
you got to be an Israelite, brother, to be a prophet.
Over you would take Isa
Hold on.
Isa over Muhammad
Okay. Let's
because
say
Isa is
Let's say
Isa is a
his, and they say his lineage is from the house of David, right?
yeah Judah.
Right. So I'm asking you, is the lineage of David, is they part of the tribe?
Yeah, David was a Judite.
Okay, right. All right. And then you got Prophet Musa, and I believe his lineage was Levitican, right?
A Levite.
Yeah, Levite. There you go. Thank you, brother. Levite, right?
You have to prove that. I don't remember Musa.
It was a Levite. He was a Levite. Prophet Musa was a Levite.
Where is he from?
Prophet
Mansa Musa?
He was a Levite. Yeah.
Yeah, where is he from?
Let me see.
First Corinthians.
I know it's not Ghana,
First Corinthians
or is it
what?
Ghana? Because he was it might be Ghana, but Mansa
I see where you
Musa.
headed. I know what direction you were headed.
Okay.
I'm trying to find
You
out.
notice how you're learning Muslim. I'm not against your brother learning it, learning his religion, but at the same time, you can see the conflictions that are happening, that are taught. As we sit here and we speak our word, Muslims may teach you, like I was even in with some Hebrew groups, they'll teach you to cover your head when he tells you, no, bring that out.
The book of First Corinthians,
I know that.
chapter
verse.
11, verse 7. For a man indeed ought not to cover his head.
Come on.
For as much as he is the image and glory of Yahweh, but the woman is the glory of the man.
So you're not supposed to cover when you sit here and you realize it. But we're going to do these things. These are the misconceptions that are taught amongst all of them because the simple fact that they've manipulated everybody through Christianity, through Muslim, through, all these different religions. And there's no religion in the word. There's
Yeah,
not
you can't
one
find
mention
religion or
of Christianity,
Christianity.
Muslim, or nothing. It's all about the law and Israel. You go by your bloodline, your heritage, who you are. But now they got people thinking that we're all the same and that these Japanese and these Mexicans, we're not the same. We have different bloodlines. And that was the purpose of these things, to understand our bloodlines, and we've forgotten it. Sister, what's your heritage?
What's
You're
your
not
father?
sure? You see what I'm saying? Our people have lost. We can't even sit here and ask why we have what our grandmother is, what our grandfather is anymore, because nobody has any backtrack of our own family heritage right now. And that's a major problem to sit here and say, the white man can sit here and say, I'm Italian, I'm German, I'm this, and he can backtrack his great-grandfather back to this, but I can't backtrack nobody from my family past slavery, past Florida.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Once your boat came over here, that was it.
Right.
I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, look
guess
up
what? This man, who's this?
Negro land map.
Who's this? You know who this is? You think it's Jesus? Is this Jesus or is that Jesus?
Either of them.
You don't know?
Let me
Give
see.
me Revelations. Give me Revelations 1:14.
That definitely ain't Jesus. I know that one ain't.
Which one? That one up in the corner?
Yeah, he's definitely not.
That white devil over there.
That's definitely not. That's something the Romans made up.
They made that.
Revelations 1:14.
Our buddy in the middle, I hate to say it, I have to admit, I don't know.
Revelation chapter 1, verse 14.
Bring it out.
His head and his hairs were white like wool,
Come on.
as white as snow. And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
Come on.
And his feet like unto fine brass,
Come on.
as if they burn in a furnace.
So if the Most High was sitting there saying he's your complexion, that means they've been hunting our people since they crucified him. Point blank and period. They've been hunting us down in the street and crucifying our people from day one. That's how important you are. That's how important our people are. Because the knowledge and everything that we have in this country was birthed off of us. Our knowledge, our creation, our creativity is what got this world to where it's standing. Our music, our dance, our art, everything. Every time we build something up that goes beyond them, what was it, Black Wall Street,
Yeah, right.
blow it down.
Good point.
When we get somewhere in some type of status. Why? Because the white man don't want you above him.
Harlem, New York.
He don't want you standing above him. He don't want us speaking that out. He don't want us telling us standing out here is a problem for him. I don't know how many times every weekend, how many fire trucks we get sent past here. How many motorcycles we get sent past here just to stop you from talking to our brothers and sisters and teaching knowledge to them. Open, free knowledge.
Hey, y'all got some sort. Wait, hold on. I know that's off topic. But y'all got some sort of protection out here?
The Most High gonna protect us, bro.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. That's a good point. Good
Prophets
point.
of the Lord, man.
Let me
We've
ask
seen
you that.
brothers
You're
fall
Muslim,
out
right?
dead.
All right.
Who's the brother that just got cut off? Who's the elder?
Farrakhan,
Farrakhan.
got banned from
That you
Facebook.
listen to Farrakhan, right?
No.
Don't.
Why you don't listen to Farrakhan? I thought
You're a
he was
Muslim and you don't listen to Farrakhan.
I mean, I listen to I listen to his teachings, but I'm not like. I mean, I'm letting y'all know I'm not Nation of Islam or
Okay.
underneath Warrington Muhammad leadership.
So you just floating.
I'm no. I'm just mainstream Muslim. You know.
We got two
So,
kinds,
like, yeah.
more than one
Yeah,
kind.
You know,
he's just trying to
Sunni
figure it out.
Muslim, Yeah.
I can respect that. I can respect that. You're
Yeah,
trying to learn.
I just,
Everybody's
like-
trying to find that truth
Well,
right now.
like me, I just follow the companions, you know, what the early companions did and what the prophet did, because you can't mess up right there. If they saying he was the perfect example, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent him, how can you mess up if you following a perfect example, right? It's like if I'm reading the instruction manual and I go to operate this equipment, how am I going to mess up if I got the manual right here, you know? So yeah, that's why I chose Sunni Islam as my piece, because you can't really mess up if you're just following what your ancestors were doing, you know?
Well, then you're just pretty much doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
Answer all questions. In 1 Thessalonians 5:21, it tells you what? Prove all things. And that's all. And I can respect that. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, well, he's Muslim. I don't give a fuck about none of that religious shit right now. I'm worried about if you're trying to please the Most High.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Give me that.
2 Chronicles chapter 7, verse 14.
Come on.
If my people, which are called by my name,
Come on.
shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face
Come on.
and turn from their wicked ways,
Come on.
then will I hear from heaven.
Don't matter what religion you're in. If you're seeking the most the Creator,
Bring it
I'll
out.
listen to you.
That was
You
hard.
get what I'm saying? There's a reason why he says, seek my face. Because my face is what was hidden. They colored it over, painted it Jesus, and sat here and people got lost and confused. And that's why you got half our women walking around with their head blown off, not realizing what they're doing, half naked, no disrespect, while 65,000 of our women are getting kidnapped, left, right.
Yeah. Or rape.
You get what I'm saying?
Or worse, yeah.
Why? Because they can convince our sisters to be okay to be walking around there half naked with no man around and nothing's gonna happen to me. Yeah, okay.
It's
You
law.
seen white boy
It's
punch
law.
old girl in the face, and that's how they treating our women right now.
There's this law that says you have to take a male with you. In Islam, they say you have to take a male with you. As a female, there's always has to be a male present, whether it be a brother, you know, an uncle, or a father, that way, some sort of protection. A, B, you know, is to guide them.
These are nuts too.
But
Yeah.
you notice that even the women in Muslim, those that are wearing hijabs and covering their head, and sisters out wearing gowns and things like that, they're getting respect, even in Congress. Even in Congress. it scares them to sit here and see our sisters having some modesty about them, using their intelligence instead of using their body to sit here and get around from things. But they're going to keep sitting here trying to manipulate our sisters to sell their bodies. That's the problem. And the thing is that, no, this world lives off our creativity. If you do art, you sing, you write poetry, I don't care what you do it with your best. And whatever they come, they're going to come looking for you. That's exactly what they'll always do. You got to bring it out.
So you believe in beating women?
No, sir.
This book teaches you to beat women.
Yes, that was tradition. However, I can't say if the companions didn't do it, if the prophet didn't do it, I'm not going to do it.
This
That's
is from the prophet. This your book.
The prophet did not write the book, however. Well, let them salam. You don't go, brother?
Keep going.
I'm done.
No, I was just saying if you agree with, he know about it. But this book teaches you to hit women and eat camel.
Also, it says that you can lie in the name of Islam. You can lie as long as it's in the name of Islam.
Yeah, okay. I will answer that question. Okay, as far as, I'm going to go for beating and I'm going to come around here. When they say beat women, they don't mean literally beat. What they mean is, okay, like a child. A child, you can't just physically talk to a child and say, do right. Sometimes it takes a little bit of discipline. That doesn't mean go all out with it. It just says lightly beat them. It doesn't mean go all out. Lightly. Just black their eye. Lightly. Yeah, lightly. But it's not saying, go all out, lash out against them. Because I've seen, I've out of all my years of being a Muslim.
Because when you go into the law, right?
Yeah.
All right. Because they follow the commandments, right, to an extent. So when you deal with the law, we didn't really beat our women, but sometimes you have servants. You have male servants, you have female servants, and you will beat them. But in the law, if you beat them too hard and you knock a tooth out, or if you beat your servant too hard and you knock their eye out, by law they got to take your eye out.
Right. That's in the Bible.
But your wife, you didn't beat. You just divorced.
Okay.
Yeah, because Leviticus 23.
Yeah,
That's either in Leviticus or Deuteronomy. It's been a while since I read the Bible. It's about 2 years ago. I think either Leviticus or Deuteronomy.
Exodus 21:26. Exodus 21:26.
And what was that question you asked, brother?
I gotta pull up. But I know it says I've seen a couple like precepts in the Surah.
About lying?
Like
that's what you said.
Lying,
okay, now when it says about lying, stuff like lying, stealing is prohibited. You know that, right?
Yeah.
But if it's when they say in the name of Islam, let's say you're in a situation where you have no choice but to lie. Your life is on the line. Let's say they say, for example, I know if your life is on the line and you have to lie, by all means, the law is most forgiving. Lie, because it's going to save your life, But if you're lying on a constant to manipulate people, that's when you're going to taste that chest up.
I know it's I know that it's because your life is on the line, but I know that it uses life on the line in certain instances where it says it's allowed, or if you are ignorant of it, it's allowed. But
if you don't know of it, let's say if she asks me where's the nearest MARTA station, and I say Georgia State, and when there's but I didn't know because I'm not from around here. By all means, that was halal because I did not know. I did not have knowledge clear.
Yeah, you didn't know. And that's the same thing with the Bible. But when you deal with some prophecies, if you let's say if your life is on the line, they say you got to disown God. Sometimes that's not.
That's not permissible.
Sometimes it's not forgiven. So some people will say, well, I can say that because my life is on the line.
Because with the story of Prophet Isa, no. We know the story of the 3 companions that got put into the fire inside the Bible, right?
Yeah.
And they thought they was going to burn them, but they didn't reject God. So that's a clear example of what you're talking about, right? I see what you're going to do.
So certain people will be like, okay, I can lie and say I'm not really a Muslim.
Yeah.
And forgive me. But in the day of destruction, it says that those that I'm trying to use the right word, but it says those that not disown me, but those that say that they don't believe in me, they won't get a part of the kingdom.
Well, that's why the Quran says, and you know, you hear about all these terrorists, and you hear about, you know, Muslims getting violent or extreme, but one thing the Quran does save us from is manipulation. Because it tells us clearly, if you do righteous deeds, you believe in Allah, you believe in the last day, that's all that matters. You're considered a believer. It's because He looks at your heart. But if you're doing, let's say you're lying and you're causing mischief in the land, once the last day comes, it's sealed for you. You could go down as a kafir, you could go down as a believer. But either way, the Quran says clear cut. If you do righteous deeds, believe in Allah, you believe in the last day, you can be considered a Muslim. You know what I'm saying? Not saying we disown our people once they start doing bad things. We try to guide our brothers, but Allah guides whom He wills. Yeah, He don't force Islam on anybody. He guides who He wills. So if you woke up and said, I'm going to make you a Muslim, He's going to make you a Muslim. But if you woke up and said, nah, man, you know, I'm going to lead him astray, He's going to lead you astray. That's how Islam, that's the way how we see it. You know,
well, that's how it is in the Bible.
Yeah.
But I'm going to get a precept. A lot of people think that what we do, when we come out here, they think that this is a religion. This is not a religion. The Bible is not a religious book from the beginning.
Really,
to the
there's no
end.
such thing as religion. Even
Yes,
in the
it is.
Quran, it tells us there's a...
Well, a religion is like a man-made thing. So
Yeah.
a man could come up and say Buddha is God.
Yeah.
They just made a man an idol. That
Yeah.
would be like a... But religion and culture kind of entwines with a lot of, you know, people and their lineage.
Right.
This is what Ezra said.
Okay.
This is 2nd Ezra, chapter 8, verse 6. Lord, if thou suffer not thy servant, that we may pray before thee, and thou givest us seed unto our heart, and a culture to our understanding, that there may be fruit of it. How shall each man live that is corrupt? Who beareth the place of man? So what he's asking is like, well, Lord, if you're not going to hear us no more, because there's a time the Most High said, I'm going to turn my face and I won't hear your prayers. He said, if you won't hear us no more, then why'd you give us all this seed? Why'd you give us this culture for understanding? He didn't say religion for understanding. He said culture, because that's how we live.
So all people are sitting here latched on to some people that don't have any type of inheritance to it. Give me John 14:20, Jeremiah 49:10.
John chapter 14, verse 20.
Come on.
At the day ye shall know that I am in my Father,
Uh-huh.
and ye in me,
Uh-huh.
and I in you.
So the Most High says, I live within you, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's in your blood. It's already in your heritage. It's just the simple fact that now we're waking up to sit here and claim those things. So as you continue in your walk to seek truth, that's what you'll learn to find that. It's really in our demeanor. We've been beaten down into Christianity for so long that a lot of people don't even care about themselves anymore. You know what I'm saying? They're in so much pain or dealing with so much trauma in their life from either the family, uncles, aunts, somebody raped you, kidnapped you, all types of madness is going on within Israel. You know what I'm saying? And we're trying to correct this shit.
This is Jeremiah, chapter 49, verse 10. But I have made Esau bare.
Come on,
I have uncovered his secret places,
come on,
and he shall not be able to hide himself.
come on.
His seed is spoiled.
Is what?
His seed is spoiled.
So Stephen's dealing with the Most High, man. He's sitting there telling you that, look, man, stop dealing with him. But you'll notice as we get closer to the end, more white people latching on to us. That's what's crazy. They lie. You see more interracial relationships now and more white people seeking. They're even making the money off of it right now to send white girls to Africa to sit here and get pregnant. Because they're already learning that they have a low birth rate and they're not having no kids and they can't keep up with us. So it's the same things that you just gotta have self-pride. Now it's to look inside you now. Now it's to see what everybody's really about. Now it's to analyze those brothers. Give me 1 John 4:1. Now it's time to analyze what brothers are actually sitting here knowing who's righteous and who's wicked. Because now it's no more time to sit here and go by skin color or skin complexion. It ain't just that no more. It's not just that. Now you gotta sit here and say, is he really righteous? If I sit here and tell you, I'm gonna do this for you tomorrow, or I'm gonna send you money, or I'm gonna do this, and I don't do it, I'm not living up to my word.
Right.
And the Most High says it's not what goes inside a mouth, you know what I'm saying, that defiles a man, is what comes out. So every time somebody lies to you, every time somebody deceives you, and doesn't do it. But guess what? With Trump being in charge, more of that's going to kick off. Why? Because he's allowing scams to come out now. Now he's allowing people to blatantly lie to you. You get what I'm saying? Brother Polite was just exposed for that. He's sitting there kidnapping you. You heard about that, right? Yeah. Brother Polite is over here kidnapping, stealing from our grandfathers, from our children, and then act like he's part of Israel. And that's the problem, is that we got devils even within our own community that we have to sit here and watch and keep eye on. Are you really looking out for my kids? Are you really looking out for my family? Or are you looking to rob me? Because that's what's going on. And that's exactly what the eye we need to keep amongst, even amongst Israel. We got to know who's telling the truth and who's not. You get what I'm saying? You got that?
You asked him for it.
What did I give you? Oh, you got it. Go ahead.
1 John chapter 4, verse 1.
Come on.
Beloved, believe not every spirit,
Come on.
but try the spirits whether they are of God.
Try the what?
Try the spirits whether they are of God.
So how do you know the spirit of a person is of God? They have to be righteous and to speak truth and speak honesty and be about what they say. I have this amongst my own family. I don't trust half my family because of the simple fact that, oh yeah, I'm gonna come by and do this. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do this. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do that. And they don't do it. So eventually it just wore on me and saying, I can't trust you. You family, I love you, but I can't run with you. But the Most High says, I'm not here to sit here and bring the family together. I'm here to split the family apart. So I already knew it was destined for me to sit here and know that I walked away from my family. Not because I wanted to, but because the Most High sat here and said they're not good in their heart. My family is my brother and my sister. You got something? My family is my brother and my sisters. Those that want to be honest and keep it real with me. Period. And then you'll learn to develop like brothers that'll live righteous towards you. You'll know how to make those friends, but they're not taught to you when you come out here. Why? Because everything's about deception. You paint your face, you sit here, you put on makeup, you put on wig. Everything's fake about this place. There's nothing real about it. When you touch something real, they get upset. What the heck do you know? Why are you talking to me? Brother, pull your pants up. I don't want to do it. What? What break? I see the things now and it's just like they don't understand what I'm saying. Dog, you're gay. You're either bisexual or gay if you're still 30, 40 years old, still sagging your pants. I'm sorry. There's no excuse for these things anymore. I mean, when you're 12 years old, I did these when I was in the 80s, when I used to rock around. And I grew up, I'm like, what am I doing, man?
This is Luke chapter 21, verse 15.
Come on.
For I will give you a mouth and wisdom, which your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist.
Hold on. They can't gainsay this word. As much as they want to manipulate this word, they're trying everything right now to change this word. Because they don't, oh, God hates white people? Yeah. Not because you're white, because you're evil. Because you're wicked. You want to destroy the earth. They think when saying, oh, God hates Esau, it has something to do with your skin complexion. No, he created you. He made you white. But he made you white for a reason. What they tell, oh, a black person is the curse of what? Cain, Matt. The curse of Cain is to sit here and say, no, you've been turned white. Over generations, if you mess with a white sister, what happens? Your seed lightens up. Your child lightens up. And what also comes with it? Bipolarism. Multi-personality syndrome. Where your kid no longer knows who he is. If I'm black or if I'm white. If I'm righteous or if I'm wicked. They flipping out. One minute they cool, the next minute they bad. That's what happens to your child. That was the curse that he said here, I'm going to put between your seed. If you sleep with him, if he tries to rape you, that seed won't be healthy. It'll go back after him. Get what I'm saying? Keep reading this.
Verse 16, and ye shall be betrayed by both by parents and brethren and kinfolk and friends, and some of you shall be caused to be put to death, and ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake.
For my name's sake. That's your bloodline's sake. And it's still happening today where they sit here and literally have brothers kidnapped. Openly. Now it's open. And to be locked up is nothing justified. That's automatic sin. They're saying, I'm kidnapping your kid. That's why you're seeing more of our little boys, 8, 9 years old, being cuffed and taken by the cops. Because the simple fact that it's legalized kidnapping now. And they know it's coming where brothers, because you got kids willing to fight the cops now. So you know this isn't from us, this is from the Most High Spirit out right now. He was the one that put us into this down state and said, you're going to bend over backwards for your enemy for the rest of your life. Until I get done and I say so to you. You're going to bend over backwards, you're going to say I'm sorry, they're going to lynch you, they're going to do all types of things, they're going to rape our sisters, they're going to do all types of things to you. Until that time comes. When that time comes, y'all will stand up and rise. And that's exactly what they don't know. America knew that if brothers and sisters came into unity, this place is done. This place is completely done. It's already coming down. As I sit here and say, I'm not going to shop at Gucci, Prada, and sell all those things. I'm going to buy for my brother who's making his own clothes. I'm going to buy for my sister who's making her own clothes. Now what you got? You got half these stores shutting down.
That's right.
They're losing money. They don't know what to do about it anymore. The finance of this place is lit on us. There's a reason why brothers don't own a shop in our own damn town. We got Asians, Arabs, we got everybody else that's got a store within our community, but our own brothers and sisters can't. Our sisters don't have a hair salon. We don't own, you know what I'm saying, our hair shop to sell. Now it's becoming noticed. Now it's become brothers say, oh, no, put it in the sister's hands, let her play it. But before, what sisters do? They go to the Asians, and then the Asian whoop their ass.
Yeah, they did do that.
Because you're spending your money to your enemy, and that's the whole cycle. All this is about getting in your pocket. Give me Luke 2. Give me Luke 2. You got something else?
Yeah, I got 3.
Okay, hold on. Matter of fact, bring it out while he's getting that.
This is Isaiah chapter 30, verse 12.
Come on.
Wherefore, thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word,
Come on.
and trust in oppression and perverseness, and stay thereon, therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out of a high wall, whose breaking cometh thus suddenly as an instant.
So all these brothers and sisters that are walking around here doing their own business and not paying attention and being whores and being late, they're sitting here saying they're set up to fail. It's going to come down on you. I got a well waiting on you to fall on you. Why? Because you want to still follow your enemy. Who's your white person? Who taught you that?
What did you say about Jesus?
Your army. Your army.
Right. I said
I'm Air Force. Who taught you? Who taught you? From you're an army. What's not your day from the moment you woke up to the moment you went to sleep playing? The day when you went to boot camp. And the first thing you do, what they do? They banging on the trash can. Wake up, get up, sleep, make your bed, fold your clothes this way. They've designed everything you do. You don't realize?
Right. But a question to you, brother. What do you say about Jesus? That's my question. All the Air Force stuff, I chose to join the Army. You chose to join the Air Force, right? My question is to you, because all this been recorded now. What do you say about Jesus? He's a white man? That's a white man religion?
When did the name Jesus come about?
I don't know. I'm
400 or 500 years ago, before we got moved over here.
Okay, but
Give me
what do you say
Revelations
about
1.
Jesus, though?
Give me Revelations 1, since he doesn't know about it. So a lot of people sitting here saying that you've been taught the name Jesus, and that was the whole mistake of it. You know what I'm saying? Give me first smack.
You said Jesus was a mistake?
They've been taught to lie. They've been taught to sit here and not realize that it's our forefathers. Your bloodline is actually in it. You know who your heritage is?
I'm hearing a word from you. I want to know what you got to say about Jesus.
I'm mean,
Because you do know. Listen, bro.
Oh, okay.
You do know that for every idle word you speak, you will give an account on judgment day. You do know that, right?
What do we say that was idle?
Every word you speak, you guys forever learning,
You
but
know,
you don't
bear
come into the
false
knowledge.
witness.
I'm asking him, bro. I'm talking to your leader. I'm talking to your leader.
okay.
I just want to know what your leader feel about Jesus. Let me let your leader talk.
What do you want to know?
Me.
If do you feel you know your family history?
No.
You probably didn't grow up. Do you have? Did you? Are you a fatherless person?
No. My father died when I was 9.
You had your father around?
Yeah, father died.
Okay. So you pretty much growing up in a stable family,
Right.
but they never really taught you. You probably went back and forth to Christianity, went to church and everything, and you learned.
Oh, okay. So what now, bro?
You were taught in church, and when you learned about the Bible, what were you taught?
Jesus died on the cross for my sins, and
Died across for your sins, right? So give me John 3:16. Let's see what's something familiar for him. John
Shalom,
3:16.
Israel.
Shalom.
Brother Vito on the stick.
One, two. John 3:16. Right? This is what he was more. Most people that grew up, especially that have a military family, they've been brought up in a Christianity church. You pretty much got the basics. Grab his phone for me.
Y'all on low power too.
You probably got the basics of everything. They've been teaching you what else they did. I've completely forgotten Christian doctrine now. That the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Yeah, that's all blasphemy. Give me John 3:16.
John chapter 3, verse 16.
Give me John 17:9.
For God so loved the world
Come on,
that he gave his only begotten Son,
come on.
that whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life.
Should have everlasting life. So he sat and said, if you believed in the Son, the trick of it is, who's the Son?
who's the son? Who's the son, bro?
Go to Sirach, prologue, Hebrews, language of Hebrews. So you sit here and think that the name Jesus, but there was no J in the language. The letter J wasn't even in the original 1611. The 1611 said Isus, I-E-S-O-O-S-U-S.
What's that? That's another Bible.
Hail Zeus.
Okay, that's your Bible. That's what you believe in, right?
No,
So
the Father is Yahweh.
but that's what you chose to believe, right? Like I chose to believe in Jesus, right? So
No,
y'all
I
saying-
believe the person that they pretended to be and they marked up is an actual person, but they changed the name and changed the picture.
That's what you believe in, right?
Yes.
So that means
You don't.
Right. Because I choose to believe my way, you choose to believe your way. Okay, but you guys are reading from the Bible. You have read from the Bible where for every idle word you speak, you're gonna give an account, right? But you know on judgment day it's gonna be you and God, right?
No, it just means that it's been changes that
What
happened.
do you think gonna happen once you die?
What do you mean?
You're gonna live forever. You don't believe that? either?
Gothic to English to Roman English.
You don't believe you're gonna live forever?
Yes.
Okay. So where do you think you're gonna go when you die?
What do you mean?
To be absent.
He's hard at
gotta
hearing.
speak up.
He can't
Oh,
hear.
I'm sorry. So to be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. You ever read that?
Yes.
Okay. So do you believe you don't believe in the heaven or hell either?
Heaven is here on earth.
Really?
Yes.
Yes.
Say the Lord's prayer.
I'll have to say the Lord's Prayer.
It shall
man.
be done as in heaven, as in what?
As in heaven. You know the Lord's Prayer, right?
Right. I know the Lord's Prayer.
Okay. Our Father in
Yeah.
heaven, holy be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will
Okay.
be done
Yeah.
on earth as it is in heaven.
His will.
So this is heaven.
This ain't heaven. Sin down here. God is, that's no sin, man. This is a lot of sin down
What's
here.
done on earth is done in
I mean,
heaven.
his will.
So why are all the white people dying right now?
Everybody's dying, bro.
Because Most High's killing people in the temples in heaven right now.
You
All
know,
those
There's a
suicides.
time limit on everybody's life. We promised only 70 years. People are dying from different reasons. 70 years, 70. Well, you guys can preach what you want to preach, but don't preach hate. God is not hate. God is love.
All right,
Don't preach that. Don't preach that. Everybody else. Why is everybody being mean and saying
Now,
that
you
other
said-
religion is
now,
wrong?
Hold on. You said every idle word, right? You just
Yeah.
lied on God. I told you about bearing false witness. Right?
But you're the true
Let me ask
witness,
you
right?
this.
In the Bible, you got it in your hand.
Yeah,
Hold on, let me just ask you a quick question.
Order.
Brother,
I'm listening to him.
if you follow the Bible, right?
Right.
You consider yourself a Christian, right?
am a Christian. I'm
Does
a minister.
Christian follow the laws of the Bible? No, they don't. What holy day do you keep? What holy day do you keep?
Sabbath day, Sunday. I call it
Sabbath, right? So church is going on today?
I don't know, bro.
You're a Christian?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know everything about Christianity. Like you don't know everything about what you're talking about. But I'm gonna live like I'm just listening, bro. I'm just listening.
No, it's
I'm
fine.
just listening to you. That's all.
Bear false witness.
Bro,
Hold on. Let's get this. Let the word of God speak.
Calm down. Order.
I'm listening to you. Your disciple, what
Relax. You can speak your mind. Come on. Relax.
And I have severe PTSD. Don't let this Bible fool you, bro.
This
Don't
is
let this Bible
Romans
fool you.
chapter
Thank you,
9.
brother. I'm just listening to you, bro. Thank
This
you,
is
brother.
Romans
Thank you,
chapter
brother.
9. Chapter verse 13. As it is written,
Let him go.
Jacob have I loved,
Let him
but
go.
Esau have I hated.
Go ahead.
What shall I say then? Is there unrighteousness with God? God forbid. For he said unto Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion.
The law is set, man. That's the reason Christians can't take it. Because the moment you ask them, are they keeping the laws, they'll say, yeah. No, you're not. That's why the Christian churches are burning down now. That's why everything's falling apart for Christianity right now. It's because of the simple fact that they want to do outside the law. They don't hold any of those holy laws. Okay. They don't hold none of these holy laws. They don't keep none of those statutes. They don't do anything that is already written in the Bible. Nothing. All of it is rewritten for them. They don't keep none of the holy days. You see here, when's New Year's? January in the middle of winter. No, New Year's is in the spring. Even the trees know this. You get what I'm saying? Even nature knows these things. But we celebrate Easter. Why? Because we don't want to celebrate Passover. And then on top of Passover, what do we feed you? Cupcakes, all types of yeast to go against what the Most High asked you not to consume. They do it specifically backwards. And they can't stand it when you approach them on it. They get upset about it. That's how you know this person's got a demon latched onto them. They don't want to let go of their wicked ways. They ain't even man enough. A grown man can't even admit, you know what, my bad, I'm wrong.
Jesus
won't.
himself said out his own mouth he wasn't God in Matthew 14. I studied, I'm a scholar in Islam. I'm studying that.
It was all about control with Christianity. They beat that into our ancestors until you're a Christian.
Yeah,
burn and mark half our people.
If you ask a Christian to give them one verse where Jesus say he's God, they can't give it. But you will find multiple where Jesus say I'm not God and worship one God. That's it.
That's exactly why most people become Muslim.
Yeah.
Because they knew
That's how they became
Ishmael. Ishmael was Muslim, but he didn't follow through because he used to mishandle his wives.
Yeah.
That's the reason why he's a wild. Ishmael is so wild.
Yeah.
But he ended up sitting here saying, no, they'll be back. They'll come back and they have another part to play.
Yeah.
Brother got a precept.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 28, verse 1. The wicked flee when no man pursueth, but the righteous are bold as a lion.
Break it down for him.
Yeah, just like he said, we know that he had a demon attached to him, so he couldn't prove none of the things he said. All that he wanted to do is gainsay and try to confound the man of the Lord. But like he said, the wicked gonna flee because he can't prove none of his things. All right? He going by that slave doctrine still.
You're not supposed to go to the military.
That's the problem right now. Is
it
that
helps
our brothers are waking up, and that's the thing. Our sisters are asking our brothers to start sitting, having some respect, and look out for them.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what he's asking all of us to do. Because the sword is not a sword in your hand, it's a sword in your mouth.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? They can't stand it. We've been told to be quiet for 400 years, and that's why they got away with rape, rob, and murder for so long, because they were told, keep talking, don't talk about how much you make. Don't talk about what I did to your wife. Don't talk about these things. Now everybody's starting to stand up for themselves and speak out. Now all of a sudden they can't stop all the trouble that they're getting into. Oh, they exposing me. That's exactly what he told me to do. Expose.
You got PTSD. That's a spirit. You know what I'm saying? That's why they say don't go to the military. As a Muslim, you can't go to the military. You can't, bro. It's a spirit.
97 and what?
94, 16 should be who will stand, who will rise up for you.
94.
And I'll bring out 97 and 10 now.
Go.
94. This is Psalm, chapter 94, verse 16.
Come on.
Who will rise up for me against the evildoers?
Come on.
Or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity?
Everybody can feel it in their genes and their bones right now what that means. That everybody's standing up right now. Everybody that used to be quiet and keep to themselves and not really want to be bothered and deal with all that drama outside of there. Everybody been trying to keep to themselves. Now the Most High is like, nah, man. It's time for you to stand up and correct these things. Persecute these things. Tell them that it's not right to be dressed like you. It's not right to sit here and have our sisters half naked running around here and wonder why they kidnap our little girls.
Bring it out.
Because you promoting. That's why. You out here got an 18, 30, 20, 30-year-old women half naked running around. Then you wonder why your little girls are doing the same damn thing. And why they getting kidnapped? Why they getting molested? Why they getting raped? Because our women act this way. And they promote it out on the street. And that's the problem. Then you wonder why brothers, yo.
Hey man, you don't go.
Get out of here. I'm back. I'm always dealing with this lady. Our brothers sit here and realize that, man. That's exactly why our brothers and sisters are destroyed. Because they sat here and they trusted in a white man. They send them into a psych ward and then they juice them up with all types of drugs and this, that, and the third. And wonder why our people are bugged out on the street. They don't want to give them a place to live. Make it harder for our people. Living this way. You got Luke 2. Luke, somebody got Luke. Give me Luke 2.
That's crazy. I see her. I don't even know how she's still living.
But I can feel mad or I can feel sad for this sister. Because I'm mad that she's this way, but at the same time, who knows what happened to her? Somebody could have grabbed her up, electroshock treatment, juiced her up with some drugs, and she completely finished. She don't remember nothing. But that's what's happened to our people. I know brothers and sisters that have been put into psych wards like, yo, they come out, they fried. That's what the penalty of our people have done. So I feel bad, but I also feel like, what am I supposed to do? She's still acting wicked, so is it justified through the Most High or not? I don't know. All I can do is respect it for what it is. I respect every brother and sister for what it is, whether they're homeless or not. Hey, I'm not looking at your outward appearance. Most homeless brothers are more righteous than most people.
Yeah, right.
That's the funny thing. Of all the travels I've been through, I've met more righteous brothers living on the street because they're willing to give their heart to you. And they got played. That's what this system does to our brothers. They get played. Give me Luke 2:1.
Luke chapter 2, verse 1. And it came to pass in those days that there went out a decree from Caesar Augustus that all the world should be taxed. And this taxing was first made when Cyrenius was governor of Syria.
That's why we sit here and we go 9 to 5 every day. Everybody works.